Hi folks, we're on bloodworms tonight. In the hook I've got in fact the hook doesn't really matter. If you can, try to choose a barbless one because it helps to thread these little beads on. So for those that are interested, that's the model number. But again, any round bended hook, barbless hook's fine. So on the vise here I've threaded on glass beads, and depending on the hook size you use, it'll take different amounts. Plus these little glass beads, they're not all the same size anyway. So what we're going to do here is, you can do it from the front or the back first. I prefer to do the front. The thread I'm using here is a special thread in a way. It's a thread that can go flat, and I'll show you why that's important for these flies. First of all, it's thin so the glass beads can slide back over it. So we're trying to have as small a head as possible. So, and the advantage of a Samper fly flat thread like this is when I'm tanning these rubber legs, the thread won't cut them. This is actually not. You'll see a lot of people tie these out of flexi floss. This is actually a rubber product, or well, silicone product, I suppose. This stuff has no tendency to split. Sometimes you'll get frayed ends on the end of flexi floss. So again, with this thread, I'm able to tie this in with minimal thread bulk. Just keep them on top, and then we're going to go straight in with a whip finish. This fly is glued, so we don't have to be really secure. So that's the front one in, and again, my little adaptation here, I can just cut that off straight away there. And then at the back of the hook, I'm going to tie in a few. Now this product is a wee bit slippy, so when you're only doing a few turns you have to overlap it or it will slide, but you'll get used to that. And then on at the rear, when I first seen this fly a few years back, it totally blew my mind. It just went, you know, fish eat all these rubber bands, but these have accounted for a lot of fish. So the back too, again, this is a red thread that I'm using, so I'm not really worried about making a little bit of a bulk. It will not matter, as long as I've got a few turns over it. And then this one I'm going to do a manual whip finish, even though I don't like doing them. And then to close the dubbing loop, sorry, the whip finish, just use the point of your dubbing needle. Mine's always, of course, covered in varnish. Give that a real good pull. And then the last set of legs, you can put them in. I didn't maybe explain, this middle bead here is a tungsten bead, because again these bloodworms pretty much only live at the bottom. And then just one overhand knot in there. Okay, so obviously this can come undone. So I'm using, again, my sort of favourite at the moment, this Bone Dry from Solarflex, and we're just going to make sure that we've got a little bit on the front knot, a little bit here, and a little bit at the rear. So if you focus on those 3 points and then maybe just do a stripe over all of it, that's going to go nowhere in a second. So now we're curing this. Now these legs are, I believe it's a hairline product. I want to show you why I particularly like them. Now this is not, it's not a representative fly. Well, I suppose it is in a way, but I want to just trim these legs that they're a little bit even. And again, I'll turn off the lamps a wee second, and with my bigger UV light you'll see how much these legs glow. I think that looks funky. And you'll see that this hairline product, there's a few speckles in it, and again, zero chance of split ends. So this is a really good long-lasting fly. Right folks, that's another basic beginner's fly that works really well. If you're into fishing the bung and all those sort of modern techniques, this will pull down a small team of buzzers, and it's deadly. How something like that's deadly is beyond me, but they work really well. Hope you enjoyed that.